Hi Pisces, this is your monthly reading for the month of May for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Please keep in mind that this is a general reading and this is not going to resonate for every single Pisces out there. Alright, you guys, let's get started. What is going on for my Pisces for the month of May? We have the Emperor, the Five of Cups, the Three of Cups, the Two of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, the Justice card, the Seven of Coins. And then we have the Lovers at the bottom. All right, Pisces. So for the month of May, I feel like some of you guys, I'm kind of getting this sense of keeping yourself busy, maybe in different areas of your life. So I feel like you're not just focused on one area this month. I think for a lot of you guys, you're going to be kind of spreading your energy, maybe even a little too thin at times. I'm getting here, though, that because you've been focusing on bettering other areas of your life or trying to gain this sense of security, I think a lot of you guys are kind of coming to a little bit of an understanding about something in the past that perhaps you had a hard time releasing or letting go of. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, things are going to start to kind of make sense. The encounters that you've had with maybe even exes or friends or family, you're going to kind of start to piece things together. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, you're going to realize why you chose the path you chose or why you're going down this connection the way you're going down it. I'm also getting that for a lot of you guys, just little surprises might just pop up for you guys for the month of May, like just little good things happen randomly, or you're just noticing an increase of whether that's money, an increase of people willing to help you. It just feels like something is starting to kind of work almost in your favor in a way, like luck could be on your side. I'm really getting that something that once happened in the dark is coming to light for some of you guys. We're going to realize where you should and shouldn't have invested in a situation. So whatever in the past you've invested your time and energy into is now coming back to you, and that's kind of what I'm getting. Now, for some of you guys, you're going to just start to see some of this stuff kind of happen for you in the month of May, but I'm also getting that some of this energy can be happening maybe even months after this reading, because I feel like for some of you guys, it has something to do with not only choices that you've had, but also relationships in the past that are teaching you something valuable about yourself. And it's almost like it's teaching you to go forward in a new way, like you're understanding something more about yourself. And it's going to actually give you the knowledge and the insight that you need to manifest or to move forward in life. Because what I'm getting here is maybe in the past, you've always overlooked certain connections, or you've always overlooked certain things about people. And you realize that now it's almost like you're breaking a habit about something in your past that is ultimately going to bring you a stronger foundation in the future. Because I feel like for a lot of the time that you've been dating people or have been in and out of relationships, maybe you always felt like there has always been something that like left you feeling heartbroken, left you feeling like, nobody would really either fight for you, or it just felt like you always put in a lot of hard work and effort into something and it never seeming to pan out the way that you wanted. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, you always felt like you had to defend people that you were with, or you always had to defend your actions. But now you're starting to realize that you hold the power. So it's almost like, in a way here, what I'm getting is something about a past connection or a past relationship that is bringing something to light now. It's almost like it's illuminating something within yourself. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that somebody's coming back into your life. I feel like for a lot of you guys, it's your own epiphany. It's your own realization. Like something could click in that just makes sense now. And it's like you're starting to be able to move forward, where maybe once you felt stuck in something, now you feel like you're capable and more able to move past it. So let me get some clarifiers here. But I feel like whatever this was in the past, it led you down a more prosperous journey. Because I think it's of the way that you're understanding things now. It's like you're processing things differently. I feel like for a lot of you guys, you're starting to kind of see things differently. Instead of looking at it as it being one way or distorted or like a lie or an illusion, you're now seeing it for really what it is. And I feel like that you're no longer waiting around for anything to manifest or come of it. It's almost like you're kind of learning maybe why you were stuck on something. And I'm also getting to, you were just not happy. You were not fulfilled with whatever this maybe past connection was. But it caused a lot of conflict with you and other people, and maybe it even caused you to kind of close off your heart a bit. Maybe you became a little bit jaded when it came to relationships, but I feel like you're now understanding the lesson, and so a lot of it is starting to kind of get resolved, where you might maybe once felt resentment or some form of bitterness that something didn't work out. You're starting to understand why it didn't, and you're more able to, it's almost like you're still kind of juggling back and forth with this perspective and with your emotions though. But ultimately, I believe you will come down to a decision about moving forward, because I feel like so far it's like you're coming to some kind of an awareness that's later going to bring you more abundance, make you become more, even more intelligent with the decisions that you make in the long run after this. Because I feel like for a lot of you guys, this was really hard for you and painful for you to make a decision to stick with it and to move forward. And that's what I'm getting. You had to pick something and you stuck with that decision, even if it hurts you in the short run, you will benefit in the long run for moving past this. Because I feel like you've kept bypassing something that was good for you due to being caught up with other people and noticing that, you weren't with people that respected you or gave to you the way that you deserved. But it's almost like you're changing a belief, or you're changing a habit. You're doing something different that's going to ultimately lead you to understanding yourself better and just gaining more perspective, gaining more wealth. I'm not even getting just financially, like just wealth in general of all areas and aspects of your life. Because I feel like it's going to impact you, because you're becoming more clear about what it is that you want. You're starting to set more boundaries for yourself. You're not allowing people to take advantage of you. I think a lot of you guys are starting to really heal and work through these issues. And even though I feel like it's a kind of like a beginner's journey on this in a way, it's like this is one piece of the puzzle. in order for you to get closer to reaching your true potential. I feel like you guys are really starting to essentially grow and evolve. You're moving past this. You're no longer allowing it to define you. Because I feel for a lot of you guys, you've put in a lot of actual work into this and invested a lot. And maybe you just didn't see or understand the reasonings behind why maybe you did invest or why you did do what you did. But now it's coming to light and now you're really starting to see things more clearly. I feel like a lot of my Pisces, you guys have maybe at one point you guys always just kind of allowed people to do what they kind of wanted to do, and maybe you're realizing, I have boundaries I need to set. There are things that I want and need, and now it's almost like you're kind of starting to not be so much of like, not necessarily like a pushover, but in a way maybe you were more willing to please others and try to make others happy, and now you're realizing, and whatever this was for you, you're realizing that it didn't end up making you happy, but dwelling in it and staying in that suffering wasn't the solution or the answer either. And so I feel like a lot of you guys are taking responsibility for your part, but also taking responsibility for cleaning up your side of the street, doing what you need to do for yourself. Because I feel like you could have been dealing with somebody here who, and I'm not really sure, because I feel like in the past you're dealing with somebody that I think that you just had a hard time really understanding. Because I'm also really getting to that I think both of you had different priorities in life, and that also could have been a hindrance. But I felt like for a lot of you guys, maybe you just got into relationships and you never really quite understood this person's definition of a relationship, or there's something about it where you just never seem to really get or meet on the right page. And it always felt like for a lot of you that could have been a pattern that you had in relationships, where you'll get into a relationship and then it's almost like there's some form of miscommunication, or there's some form of misunderstandings. And I am also just getting as well too, is that you've always been around people that expected you to maybe pull your weight all the time. And if you weren't doing what they thought was good enough, maybe you felt like you needed to overexert yourself. You needed to overgive. In order to be liked or loved. It's like now you're kind of changing a little bit of that and understanding that, I'm also just kind of getting to that all of the stuff that you put in the past for people that could have either not cared. It's almost like no matter what you do, when you put something out there, you're going to receive it back. So if you've been putting out a lot of kindness and compassion, that's what you're going to get back. And that's kind of what I'm getting with this card here. How much love and how much attention or how much energy you put into other people. And say if you might not get it back from those particular people, but other people will give it to you in some other way, shape, and form. And so I feel like for a lot of you guys, that is one of the things that I'm sensing, is a lot of you are starting to get back what you deserve. And basically it's almost like dharma or karma has kind of paid its dues. So some of you guys feel like you're almost like, for the month of May, I feel like it's going to be an interesting energy, because it's almost like it's just kind of the more you sink into your truth, the more you understand what you deserve, it's like the more it's going to pour onto you, the more you're going to see the blessings. So I feel like for a lot of you guys, one of the things that I'm also picking up is just having that gratitude for the people in your life that has taught you valuable lessons, that has cracked you open inside to be who you are now. It's like every situation is shaping us to being who we are. And I feel like a lot of you guys have evolved past even the past that you've looked back on, you're a totally different person now. And that's something to be acknowledged. Because I feel like for some of my Pisces, maybe you look back and you think negativity about yourself, but you're needing to gain that compassion and awareness and just say, you know, I was doing the best that I could with the consciousness that I had at that time. Because that's something else that I'm really picking up for you guys is don't be too hard on yourselves for the month of May, because you really are learning lessons and going through maybe even an emotional roller coaster in a way. But in the long run, you're going to start reaping the rewards. You're going to start being able to see things come back to you. The more you become grateful and the more you heal past certain relationships and things that maybe you once didn't see. We have self-expression, vocalization, individuality, inner voice, and assertiveness. See, it's so interesting too when you made that decision and it's like you're allowing the pain to leave once you learn to just feel that pain. Because I don't know why, but that's just something I kind of got with that image. Anyway, we have desires, goals, passion, craving, and fulfillment. We have self-esteem, confidence, self-love, self-worth, and pride. We have home, shelter, safety, nurturing, and warmth. And we have present, awareness, attention, reality, and connection. And at the bottom of the deck, we also have seeing, perspective, truth, knowledge, and clarity. And that's kind of what I was getting here, Pisces. I feel like a lot of you guys are going to see things and understand things, and it's almost like you can't unsee them now. So it's almost like whatever you were once in denial of, you can't really be in denial of it anymore, because it's almost like you've brought that clarity and that knowledge to you, that understanding to you. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, needing to have that self-assertiveness, that self-expression, being open about your desires. But I'm also just getting to that, you know, we don't need to always vocalize or tell people what we desire, what we want. You know, sometimes it's just best to keep it to ourselves. Because I feel like for a lot of you guys, it's like you need to become clear with your goals, what it is that you want, what's going to make you fulfilled. And because I feel like oftentimes we think that we need, in order to be open, we need to express ourselves and tell people everything about ourselves. But really, in reality, it's just being honest about what we're going through to ourselves. Some things are meant to be more private than other things. So I feel like for a lot of you guys, it's like what I'm picking up to for the month of May, just allow yourself to sit in that energy before telling others. Because I feel like for a lot of you guys, you're going to tell people what you truly want. And I feel like you're going to be around people that might start to put you down or just have something negative to say or come up with 1,000 reasons to why you shouldn't do something or go after something. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, it's because you allow other people to impact how you see yourself. So I'm getting the sense that you should become more consciously aware of what it is that you desire. You should be more expressive and open with yourself, but also find a creative outlet to where you can express all of this energy that's built up inside. Because I feel like you guys right now need to focus on your self-love and focus on your self-worth. So you need to start pulling away your attention away from other people and not allow other people to take energy from you or influence you or change your perspectives. So you need to learn to kind of figure out what it is that you really want, what is right for you, and not what other people think is right for you. I think that growing up, it had a lot to do with your stability in your home life. Maybe for the longest time, some of my Pisces might have felt like it really wasn't safe to be home. Maybe you felt like it wasn't safe to be as expressive. I'm also getting to that you could have had family members or people around you that could have corroded your self-worth, your self-esteem, could have made you feel bad. So I feel like a lot of you guys, there is this sense of lack of stability or this understanding that it's like you're maybe one of the reasons why your relationships and foundations couldn't work is because of how you view relationships since a child. Because I feel like for some of you guys, you could have seen people. I'm also just really getting to that you were around people that made you feel bad for having your own boundaries or having your own wants or needs. And now it's something that you need to really look within and heal that so that you can attract people and circumstances that will respect your boundaries, that will respect you as a person, that's going to honor you as a living human being, because I feel like oftentimes we forget that we're all divine creators in our reality, and we walk around treating each other horribly. And I think it's also just because of how we see ourselves and how other people see themselves. So it's just like a mirror projection. And I'm feeling that for a lot of you guys, you've been around people where they've mirrored back to you that you were worthless or that you needed to prove yourself in order to be loved. And now it's like you're just needing to prove to yourself that you already are lovable, that you don't need to have to work hard in order to be seen or to be loved or to be respected, that you automatically are love and respect. And then you just need to learn to embody that and go back to that innocence, that childlike wonder that you once had. And so that's kind of what I'm getting here. And especially because I feel like for a lot of you guys needing to be more grounded in the present moment, I'm getting the sense that for a lot of you, maybe you even could have daydreamed when you were a child, or there's something that maybe you felt like it wasn't safe to be in the present moment. And so that's why a lot of the times people distract themselves, where we always are on our phones or we're always trying to get out of that present moment, because that's when we got hurt, was when we were in the present moment. And I feel like for some of you guys, you're needing to retrain yourself to be in that present moment, to become more aware of your surroundings and the people around you. And also realizing that, once you get attention and to your surroundings and attention to your connections around you, that's when you're going to pick up red flags. That's when you're going to be able to pick up the energies of the room. You're going to be more grounded and present in yourself, that you're going to understand how somebody makes you feel instead of how you make them feel. And now all of a sudden you're going to be able to protect yourself better. You're going to be able to be more of a whole, grounded individual. And also just having that presence is also it's almost like being consciously in the moment. It also makes other people feel connected. It also makes other people feel seen as well. So that's something that I'm also getting, is a lot of you guys are going to be needing to anchor yourself more into the present moment for the month of May. And that's really going to serve you guys in the long run and really help you figure out your desires, help you figure out your self-expression, and help you build up your self-esteem again to where you feel like you can become a more stable person. Because I feel like I said, I don't think you guys can unsee what you've seen or understand. Like there's something that you saw about yourself that you didn't like, or something that you saw that needed to be healed and worked on. And you're just needing to learn to give yourself that compassion and give yourself that time to really gather your thoughts and get yourself together to understand what it is that you really need to do in order to build this self-work and this self-esteem. Because I feel like for a lot of you guys, that's what's really hindering you, is your own self-worth and how you view yourself. And once you learned how to view yourself in a better way, things are going to start to flow more open for you, and things are going to start to make more sense, and you're going to be able to find more peace and serenity in your daily life. So that's what I have for my Pisces for the month of May. Hopefully this resonates for you guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hope you have a great and wonderful day. Thank you. Bye.